Nothing without us. We are the heroes, not the sidekicks. Jamieson Wolf reads The Descent at CanCon 2019.
Okay, so I'm Jamieson Wolf. I was born with spastic cerebral palsy, but 6 years ago I was diagnosed with relapsing and remitting MS as well. So when we got the call out to write a story for Nothing Without Us, I thought, well, why not write in my own voice, write what I was going through. So I'm going to read the first little bit from my story, The Descent. And it's basically me in the story with a disguised name, of course. He heard a ding and stepped out of the elevator. Looking around, the wizard had to admit appearances could be deceiving. Then again, oracles weren't necessarily obligated to dwell in shadowy places filled with refuse and cobwebs. Maybe this oracle liked to live amongst the luxury of plush carpets and walls done in a posh gray with a herringbone pattern. It's just that he had been expecting something different. All he saw was a long hallway, an old man sitting at a desk in front of the only door on the floor. Approaching it, the wizard tried to remain calm. His magic sparkled like stardust at his fingertips, and when he shook them to clear the stardust, it flew up into the air with a whistling sound. He shushed it. He was nervous enough without drawing attention to himself. The old man looked up from the book he'd been reading and smiled warmly. "Welcome! Here to see the oracle, I presume? What's your name, friend?" "Jefferson," he said. "My name is Jefferson." He walked towards his elder and realized that the man was much older than at first glance. Jefferson saw wrinkles covering his face, surrounding his eyes like rings in a tree trunk. He wondered how long the man had been waiting here. Taking another step towards him, Jefferson stumbled, his feet not wanting to cooperate tonight. The spasms ran up his left leg this time, making it feel as if that part of his body were humming a soft tune only he could hear.
Hello, Moto.
Hi, Moto. He wished he had thought to bring his cane. The old man's eyes softened. "Well, friend, that is a fine name. Just take a seat here a moment, and I will get some details from you." Jefferson looked around once again and said, then back at the older man, "I don't see a chair." "Oh, my mistake, let me fix that." The man took a wand out from his overcoat and gave it a wave. A chair appeared in the air in front of him, a comfortable wing back in a soft plush gray, much like the carpet and walls. Jefferson had even saw a herringbone pattern on the chair's fabric. With a poof, the chair landed in front of him. "Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've seen anyone here." "Have there been many people to see the oracle?" The man nodded. "Oh, yes, indeed. Only problem is that none of them ever come back." "Back from where?" "We'll pay that no mind just yet. I haven't introduced myself, have I? The name is Wallace." Wallace held out a hand, and Jefferson took it. He was surprised at how warm it was. Jefferson had assumed it would be cold. "Pleased to meet you, Wallace." "Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Indeed it is. Now, we need to do one final thing before you go into the oracle. Just a formality, you understand?" Wallace took out an old leather-bound book from his desk and flipped it open. "I need you to sign your name here, and then date it, if you would be so kind." "Sure thing." Jefferson signed his name and added the date. When he drew the last number of the year, the page glowed briefly, and his name and the date glowed brighter still before disappearing. Jefferson's fingers glowed, a shower of sparks falling onto the page. He brushed them away quickly and looked up at Wallace. "We're all good to go. There behind that door," Wallace said, pointing to a wooden door that looked almost as if it were breathing. Jefferson watched Wallace close the book and tuck it away. "Why did my name disappear?" Wallace shrugged. "That is the question." He stood and motioned to the door. "It's just a contract of sorts, keeping the oracle covered should something happen. I'm sure you understand." "Yes, but we're just going to go have a conversation, right?" "Yes, indeed. Better get moving. You don't want to keep the oracle waiting too long." Nodding, Jefferson pulled open the door. He saw a set of spiraling stairs. They were made of metal, but had shining wooden railings. Jefferson went to the edge of the top landing and looked down. The stairs seemed much farther stairs seemed to reach far below the ground. Pulling his head back, he looked at Wallace. I thought I was going to go see the Oracle. And so you shall. They're down there. I was expecting a boardroom or something. Wallace gave a small chuckle. You really expect the Oracle to sit at the boardroom? No, son. The journey to the Oracle is different for everyone. This way here, he pointed to the stairs, is yours. Jefferson stared at the stairwell and the shadows that waited for him. He nodded and swallowed thickly. I can do this, he thought. Bless you. I can do this. That's the spirit, Wallace said kindly. For what it's worth, I really think you'll succeed. I truly do. Jefferson nodded and approached the stairs. He placed a hand on the banister and was astounded when the door where Wallace stood began to close. He watched it as the opening to the foyer got smaller and smaller. But he didn't reach out to stop the door. Jefferson let it close and let the darkness claim him.
Nothing Without Us is available on Amazon, Kobo, Apple Books, and from pressrenaissancepress.ca. That's PRESSESRENAISSANCE PRESS.ca.